It's a new kind of word. I don't know if y'all heard this saying, man. It's called drizzle drizzle.
No.
I ain't heard of it. It's the young boys are saying it right now, and this young man gonna explain it. I'm trying to. Hey, Trey, we you understand, Trey? We starting to get to that next generation, so we gotta stay hip with the young boys, man. Ain't that right or nah?
We ain't got to.
That's
I'm sorry, wrong one, man, because I'm right here.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
I thought y'all was gonna be on my side. So
but you since you put it out there, what is drizzle drizzle?
This young man about to say it because it's a new era right now. They call it the soft guy era. So this is what they're doing. So this is what I came across. It's interesting. It's not my style, but I'm gonna let this young gentleman explain it. And y'all may be like, what is this soft guy era thing? And he's gonna explain it. So we're gonna listen to what this gentleman got to say, and we'll rock with it, man.
Hey, listen, fellas, we done with the whole masculine provider male era. We're in our soft guy era, okay? Drizzle drizzle. Listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but until that woman asks you to be her husband, you don't have to do husband-like things. Stop giving these women husband advantages and amenities, and you're still a boyfriend. Until that ring is on your finger, you shouldn't be doing anything. Period. Drizzle drizzle. Like, y'all be so caught up on getting with Dusties and all that. You need to start going after their moms. See, I know a lot of y'all think that older women may not be that much attractive or whatever the case may be, but there's a lot of good looking older women. And I feel like you guys can deal with these older women who's going to take care of you and treat you like a king that you are. Drizzle drizzle. Now, there's a point where as a man in your soft guy era, you shouldn't be pumping your own gas. You shouldn't be cleaning out your car. You shouldn't be having to change your tires. You shouldn't be having to have to put air in your tires. You shouldn't have to mow the grass. That's all the responsibilities of your woman. The moment you become a husband, then things change. But until then, that woman should be taking care of everything, and you shouldn't be showing her no reason on why she should stick with you for the rest of her life, and in hopes that she makes you her husband. Drizzle drizzle. You need to stop giving out so much to these women. Like, y'all giving up the dookie quick as hell, and y'all dropping it off, and these women are not appreciating it. I think you need to hold out. Even if you had sex with 100, 200 women, you need to hold out and make that woman wait until she shows you that she's capable and that she's loving enough for you to give your body to her. You know, because at the end of the day, it's all about us. It's all about us. We just want our equal rights as men. So, drizzle drizzle.
Let's go.
Drizzle.
I still don't know what it means.
Listen.
Why, G? It's Wednesday.
Right.
You know what? Honestly,
This why I gotta go to bed too.
At first, he was tripping because I'm like, all I heard was at first was like, we ain't cutting no grass, I ain't open no, all the stuff that men are supposed to do. Because we're of that era, man. We gentlemen. We all gentlemen. I'm sure I haven't seen y'all out with y'all lady a lot, but I've seen y'all probably open the door. Y'all know y'all go on a date. Y'all know y'all probably paying for the date and stuff like that, right? And all that. The manly stuff that we always been taught to do. We gentlemen, right? That's our era.
I'm a classic, man.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But I'm hearing. But the further I listen to him, he kind of made sense on some parts. But I'm seeing that he's reversing the psychology, like the psychology on how women be like, they ain't supposed to do the wife stuff.
It's a troll.
Yeah, it's they playing like he playing like a mental game. He like, all right, you say you don't want to do stuff because it's wife stuff. Now I ain't gonna do stuff that's supposed to be husband stuff.
Yeah.
So he kind of,
When we
he
use
might be smart. I
when
don't
we
know. I
when
don't
we
know what y'all
use
think. He
like
is kind of smart with it.
I ain't for matching the energy of women out here, but I get his premise. It's like he's taking their psychology and how they think and applying it to our lifestyles, and it makes no sense. Like when you say it out loud, right? So it's I get it. It's holding a mirror up to the women. Like, all right, this how y'all act. Now what do we act like that? Do it make sense? No. So
Yeah,
I get it, but he clearly not being serious. He can't be being serious.
I hope you're not being serious. I've been after how you like ask. I'm gonna say it's one thing and you go trade. You watch something on on the social media. You see like one of them, and then like you come back the next day, then it's like the same topic. No lie, like I saw like another like 8 of them, like dudes saying the same thing. I think they all like we're all in our soft guy era. This is what we're gonna do. They like don't go to the gym and do all this and think that you supposed to be a husband to these women. No, you know what? She gonna have to earn that. I'm like, these dudes is wilding. I'm like, hey, I don't know if they playing or they serious. I don't know. What you think, Trey?
I think yes, you should value yourself, and guys need to hold themselves to a certain standard. It's particularly to sex, but at the same time, you are to show what kind of guy you are. So this soft guy era, I think, is a play on it. A play on it too, because I literally just learned about the soft girl era, and I applauded that. Like, yes, you should want to be. That's basically the independent woman saying that she wants to be feminine to a guy. That's what I got from it. So now we're seeing the soft guy era. Everything is just like a bash. Like,
Yeah,
everything is just head to
was it not a
head.
bash like a tit for tat?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
bro. All this nitpicking. I'm like, yo, it was funny. Well, it was funny. Drizzle, drizzle. Yeah,
drizzle, drizzle.
you know
I
what
still don't know
I'm
what it means.
saying? Ty says a play on the sprinkle sprinkle lady. I don't know who that
Who
Yeah,
is
is.
that? I don't know
yeah.
who that is either.
It's
Um,
when you have a lady and she into this stuff, she send you stuff on for me to relate to some of this stuff. She sent me one of the videos of some sprinkle girl, and she kind of like she says it's the opposite of what that guy say. I saw one that she sent me. It's like don't do wifely things for dudes if they ain't going.
hmm
You know how I go, and then I guess he doing the reverse and saying drizzle drizzle. We ain't gonna do the man stuff. I'll let you do it. So like a tit for tat thing, man. I
Nah,
mean,
One thing
he.
I d- One thing I disagree with though. I gotta disagree with. I don't care how much we try to play when it comes to
Mm.
controlling that the sex and whatnot. Like, saying you go withhold dick. Okay, that's not gonna work in our favor ever because she can just go find it somewhere else, like easily.
that's cool though. That's for that particular woman.
Yeah,
If that's what she's looking for, then cool. But if you're looking for someone to build with, if you're looking for a husband like activity, then yeah, uh, you don't need to have the dick all the time for intimacy, for you know loyalty, trust, building. You don't have to have sex for all of those things. Sex in itself for the pleasure is a reward. Otherwise, successful sex is making a baby.
very true. Very true.
You
For
know what
what God
I'm
intended to be, yeah.
saying?
Yeah. But you right, Trey, you right. You had me stuck there. You right. You very right about that. But I think in a funny way, I think it's a good idea that they doing this. I just don't like the part that they call in the soft guy error and the I guess the procedure on how he's doing it or how they're talking about it. If they're serious or they playing. If not, I think some people gonna take it serious because some
Mhm,
do and some don't. But
mhm.
for the people that's taking it serious, I can understand where you come from because I think that like you said, everybody. I think men should have more standards of themselves.
Mhm.
I think that it's always shown that it's been told and we've heard it before, maybe from our aunties and grandmothers, that you're not supposed to do so much for a man because it's not your husband. I think that's a saying that's been said,
Yeah.
but it's funny how it's never said on the other side for the man. And I think that the man should have certain criteria too.
Mhm.
And I like the way they're saying it, but the way they're saying it is the bad way to come off. I think it should be
Yeah.
presented better, but I think some things are right about that, man. Women they have their own properties, they're doing their own thing, but I don't think as a man you should just be doing every single thing for a woman and not getting the same thing back. I'm agree with that. I'm not your husband. I don't think I should go over there every Saturday and cut your grass if you had a house. I don't think I should be paying for all the purses and all your nails and all that stuff when we just dating.
Mhm.
I don't believe that because I'm not your husband yet. So I understand the partial what he's saying, but it's just the drizzle. Y'all just silly with it, man. You know. So I think it's both sides. I think that she shouldn't do so much as a girlfriend. I don't think he should do so much as a boyfriend until y'all are serious enough that think y'all gonna take it to that next level. Then y'all do the wife and the husband thing. I think it should be equal on both sides. I think so.
I agree with you in that fashion, G. First of all, I think that's the worst advice grown women, mature women can give to a younger woman. Don't be doing wifely stuff for your boyfriend. Okay, well, if you don't show me that you're capable or this is how you're going to be as a wife, then I'm going to look for it somewhere else. You know, these are like the boyfriend girlfriend stage is like trials, right? You're not just waiting for the prize like from one or the other. You both should be showing like, yo, this is what I'm capable of doing for you, what I'm willing to do for you. And the same on the woman's side, like it's give and take. Like I'm a gentleman. Like a girl asked me to, I don't cut grass. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. I'm pay the neighborhood teenager to cut. I don't do Keith don't do grass. Keith don't do dishes. That's two things he don't do.
Yeah, I do both of them.
I mean, I wash my dishes in my own place, but if I'm with somebody, no, you doing dishes.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
I'll even cook. I don't care, but I ain't doing no dishes. But
yeah.
Yeah, at the same time, I don't like this. I don't like this, but stuff like this is why women already have a hard time respecting us. Like, don't match their energy. It's like if I didn't know better and see through this shit and figure out that they're just, you know, like we just talked about, just mirroring the woman mindset and seeing and letting us know how ridiculous it sounds. If we spit it back at them, like that's just. If he was serious, I would just call it some bitch ass shit. Like I'm gonna call it for what it is. Like I'm first of all, I'm never drizzle. I still don't know. Like, but
yeah, you just. Baby. I think what do you think, Keys? What do you think if like a guy like, you know, rest in peace, like a guy that's presentable, like a Kevin Samuels or something like that, and he said it more in a presentable way, like talking to men and it's for men, and he spins that to it. Would you like be more receptive of it if like it came like a more serious way?
That's something you don't have to tell me. Like I mean, if you've been in relationships and you had experience with women enough, like I said, I've been on here in the podcast and I told y'all like it's back in the day, you know, I would do that. I would match that energy, that arguing and all that. Like after going through all that, you kind of just know how you should be as a man. I don't know. Yeah. This is just my journey. I didn't have my father to teach me this. I just kind of learned from life experiences how I kind of should be as a man. Nobody had to really tell me to be a gentleman or anything like that. But to answer your question, I think more men, it would be more receptive to men, like a figure like a Kevin Samuels, RIP. If younger men heard him speaking, like his presence, his aura is like, all right, like I'm a mature, like I got on a suit and shit. Like he's articulate. He's able to extrapolate and like elocute his views like clearly, like, and he stays on the idea or the topic. So yeah, I would be more receptive to somebody like him instead of this false sassy shit like this. I don't like it. I get it, but I don't like it.
Trey.
Yeah.
Trey, since he answered that, I got a question for you. What do you think? I mean, he made a point. If you heard him, Keith said that we just know that as men. From you looking out in the outside world, do you think that? Because I agree with him. Men, we kind of like know that. Do you think that women automatically know what they're supposed to do for men?
Now, everybody has instinctual knowledge, right? And here's the thing: you're gonna go off of what you feel is right. Is that instinctual is a feeling, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I'm supposed to step up, or I know I'm supposed to swing back. I'm in a heated debate or a fight. I know I'm supposed to run in danger. I know, like, so that instinctual, that fight or flight, that instinctual that is within us, yeah, that's solid, that's grounded. But in today's era, in today's age, what you just explained, Keith, is communication. And this is the importance of the podcast. And one of the things that I'm doing is because everything is a fashion of communication. Your appearance, right? Your demeanor, your vocal tonality, right? Your word choice. So what this is, even though it was a play, and what's crazy about it is this is how the young generation is learning. I learned this in school and heard it a lot in school. Is a lot of people are not actually mentally challenged. A lot of people are not as dumb as they seem because they're not following this curriculum, right? They're not able to stick to or get the A's and B's on the stuff that is placed in front of them. It's not interesting to them. So what they do, let's integrate some fun activity, some type of entertainment, and see if this works too. This is another reason why a lot of us gravitate to video. We gravitate to the movies, the TVs, and a lot of us see or quote lines from how it was said per what we saw. You know what I'm saying? All of that to say is communication.
Shine. Get your shine on.
Get your shine on, shout it.
Yeah. So, hey, I put this on. I put it on everywhere. Booty cheeks, kneecaps, underarms. I got the vanilla right here. Usually, hey, I got the lavender one. It helped me sleep good. 'Cause I be sleeping like this, and I can smell it off my hands. I'm trying to tell you, feeling good. Y'all better rock with this.
Right.
It's that vanilla. Yeah.
Listen, man, we ain't being ashy no more. Hygiene.
Yeah.
Hygiene is important. You need to get your shine. It's hydrating. It's light. It lasts all day. You don't got to use a lot, and it's good from face to foot.
Historically, I don't really use lotion or nothing like that because I'm like in a hybrid, light skin, in between dark skin motherfuckers. Coming back from vacation, I'm a little sunburnt. So I needed something to get my skin back right because I'm feeling like a reptile right now. So I'm gonna get this baby going on when I get home.
Oh, and look, you gotta shine on, everybody.
Shine.
Hey, look, I got like 4 cases. I got a bunch of cases. And I got the big jar too. That's old school. Y'all don't even know about that. He don't even got those no more. But look, I'm telling y'all, this shine is amazing. Help with eczema, clear your skin up, all of that great stuff. So you don't want to miss out on this shine, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all a bottle of this.
All natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yep. Where they can find it?
So you can find this at shinecareproducts.com. Let them know that we sent you. Use the code FMF20, get you a discount.
Got to.
So yeah, unfortunately, somebody who hasn't experienced, this is what I'm looking at, the demographic, somebody who hasn't experienced much or as much as we had, which we didn't have all of this visual stimulation, right? We had to get it on our own. We had to see it in front of us. So the guys that were in front of us are giving us their life experience versus what they think from what they saw as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got it from TV. Like, no, we all got it from YouTube. No, this is life experience. I tell people, uh, wisdom is knowledge plus experience, right? So it's like it's not enough for you to read a book or see a movie and then it's like, oh, I'm the expert. No, is what you've tried, what you have applied, and you actually learned through the process of doing, and now you could say, well, within my experience, boom, boom, boom. And then it's like, after I've made so much money, I realize peace is more, all of that, it always resounds back to like a rooted truth, and it's like that's the wisdom. So we like to get the wisdom. That wisdom has to be communicated in some form or fashion, though, and it don't always have to be verbal. But the kids, the younger generations, are gravitating to this type of entertainment, which is also communication. So it could be funny. Like I said earlier, all good jokes contain true shit. At some point, a lot of the ones who are imitating what's funny start to live that way. They don't realize that you're repeatedly doing this. You're looking for the moment to be like this, like, and then it's like, yo, after you repeatedly said something enough, you don't even realize that you was bullshit in the beginning. Now you're sticking to it, or it became a part of your image. So now you're pushing away, possible women, because we're talking to the fellas now, you're pushing away possible women because they see you in this soft guy era. Now they got to be the ones to motivate all this stuff.
And that's the point I was going to get to, Trey, to branch off when you were talking about the youth, and this is how they communicate. The one negative thing I see about it is the young man, the 13-year-old, 12-year-old, who this is how he gets this information. It's not going to be able to discern like this is like a play on words or mindsets. And then he'll actually absorb it, and he could have that girl that like, do his homework for him, go get an extra chocolate milk from out the lunch line, but then still like, you ain't my wife, I ain't gotta hold the door open for you, like shit like that, and he don't even know. He probably lost a gym, and he don't even know. He just so stuck like I'm the soft guy, and then he might actually grow up soft. You know what I'm saying?
And creating a monster. She like, so what I'm gonna do if I ain't getting nothing in return, what I'm doing all this for?
And then she go turn into a strong black woman. For lack of a better term. Not saying woman can't be strong, but for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I hope that don't go over everybody's head.
I don't know. First, y'all said some good stuff on acknowledge that, man. Y'all talked about some y'all spent some real stuff. First, I was trying to I heard everything you said, Trey, but I was trying to get the answer. You didn't get the answer. I said, do you think the women are taught and they already know that what they're supposed to do towards a woman?
I said, yeah, I think it's instinctual.
Okay, all right. But to push back a little bit on that, Keys, I don't think, like I said, it's I don't like the way the guy said it. I don't like the way he presented it, but I understand where he's coming from. He made a little sense to me. He did. Yeah. So I push back on thinking that just because he thinks this way, that he's gonna miss out on something. That's making it seem like again that the man is not a prize either. That he's not as important. Maybe his we wouldn't say that because a woman has a certain way that she has certain criteria that she just ain't gonna find somebody. If he has a certain criteria, if he wants her to be a certain way, and he wants to see that she's, of course, good enough for him to act a certain way, that's just him having some type of requirements. Now, if it gets kind of like female-ish, where it's like real prissy with it, then there's a way
that was real prissy.
Like, all right, you're doing too much. You are acting like a little bitch. But there's a certain way you can come off with a masculine way to be like, this is the way it's gonna be. And I'm not going to be able to do certain things unless I see that you're the type of wife or woman that I want to be with. So I don't think that's you thinking that he's going to miss out on something because he has certain type of criteria. I don't think that.
No, I'm not saying that. And I wasn't talking about that particular gentleman. I was talking about, like, from Trey's standpoint, the youth. If this is the type of content they're going to absorb, I wouldn't want, like you said, I would want them looking at a guy like Kevin Samuels and, articulating straight to the point, not this guy who's like playing. Like I would not present a soft guy era in any form of fashion to it.
Oh, the wording,
like I don't care if I'm playing. Yeah, I don't care if I'm playing or anything. I wouldn't present it like that because I don't believe in that shit. Like there should be. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Take care of yourself. We have our forms of self-care and everything. Like I said I don't cut grass. I'm privately I might be. I'm not a soft guy, but that's something I prefer to like defer to somebody else. I got the money to do it. Like I'll just pay somebody to do it. That's one thing I don't like to do it, and I'm standing on that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think certain things have to be taught to certain people for them to understand it? Like I would say that, like, meaning like, you seen them in a commercial where people, like, as kids, they probably have to learn like a certain thing in English or like a lesson, and they put in like a rap song and they can understand it. Do you think like the smarter individual or the man or the gentleman could be like, all right, I see that it's a joke, it's soft boy area, but I take the crust of it. I mean the main subject, and I'll take that part and just leave the funny side alone. Do you think some men will probably do that?
I don't think that. May I?
Go ahead.
Go both of y'all. It won't just Keith. You too, Trey.
I don't think that adheres to intelligence. I think that adheres to experience. So once you experience something, then you're able to like yeah. So to answer the question, yes, all of it is learning lessons. So I want us to I want us to be grounded in being providers. All of us are. All of us provide something to our partners, right? If you are girlfriend, boyfriend, then you are doing something for this person. You're not gonna have a whole person who is solely focused on you while you are only focused on you, right? So there's going to be some give, right? And you learn your standards through it is through upbringing, it is through experience, it is through
Multiple
other people,
experiences.
multiple experiences, is through communication, right? Like I just coached a young guy. Shout out to this youngin, right? And he was going through, and like I mentioned before, most most of the guys that actually come to me for coaching, because I only coach guys, most of the guys that actually come to me for coaching, their mindset is usually enlarged around this relationship. Like they can handle, you can handle everything else if this is good, right? I'm trying to get this good. This is affecting me more than it should, more than I wanted to. How do I make this right? So I had a youngin come to me about, you know, in particular, it was about like wanting to help, and I'm like, that's not a bad thing, but you're learning. I had to learn that, helping people is not a bad thing, but how you help them, how much you help them, and what you're doing. Because now he was putting himself in a position to where, and not to tell too much about his story, he was putting himself in a position to where you are now being seen as the solution. So this other person who was relying upon you, right? Here we go, that seems like husbandry. Like, we just kicking it, we just cooling it. If it's just kicking, just cooling it. If you're not dating this person, if you're not girlfriend, boyfriend, if you're not fully committed, then that's not somebody that I think that you would see as somebody that you want to fully commit to. Guys know, you know what I'm saying? It'd be small stuff like you'll be ready, willing to ride the wave, see how long this goes. But guys know, like, yo, I can see this woman as the mother of my child. I can see this woman, I'm cool with waking up beside this woman, like for the rest of my undetermined life. Like guys know, like we know, man, we know, and we make that decision. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that you'll go but too far or provide too much to somebody that you don't see meeting that requirement, right? If you don't see that this is somebody that you could potentially build with, then you're not gonna bring forth all of the building tools. You're not gonna create a project to build, right? Like, uh, so I think we all have to be taught something along the line. We all have to learn. You're not gonna just know. Like even within, because I'm married, even within the marriage, you're learning about marriage, right? You're not gonna just know. Even in your upbringing, like her parents, her family taught her, raised my woman on the premise of like how to be a wife. Like it's been times where her mother corrected her, like if she like if we in a heated debate or something in public and it's about to escalate, nah, you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like for real though. Like so but along the journey, you're still gonna have stuff that you're gonna learn. You still gotta be teachable. So yeah, it's things that we're going to have to be taught, and that's why I adhere to the communication, because you look at other guys like I don't want the problems that I'm having. This guy doesn't seem like he has these types of problems. How did you do it? How do you know what I'm saying? How do you seemingly unfazed by so much? Like how is it that you know how have you been in a relationship for so long? How do you live with a woman? Like until you live with a woman, you don't know how to live with a woman. It's all speculation. And it's like, yo, I'm gonna have my house like this. I'm gonna do this. But when the woman is there, when the woman is there, it's like, hmm, okay, now you're learning more in depth about leadership. Now you're learning more, you know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it all applies to the experience. So yeah, I definitely think that there's things that the younger man, all mans, could be taught, will have to learn along the way.
True, true.
Any last words? Any last words before we wrap up this joint?
Don't make this a trend. Don't go out here and talk about some soft guy era and shit like that. I mean, it's cool for a couple TikToks or whatever, but leave it right here and just be a more efficient communicator. That's all.
Yeah.
More effective communicator. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And don't I don't think I'm not one who was ever to hold back, The only thing I ever held back from myself is I usually have an excessive amount of energy. And I know I could be annoying. I annoy my damn self sometimes. So I know I could be annoying, like doing all types of stuff, like cartwheels and shit in the house. Like that's the only like restraint I be having upon myself. Other than that, I'm gonna be me. Like, and I still do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, I'm gonna be me because you have to be authentically you for someone to be able to see themselves with you, for someone to accept you for you in order to be like, hey, I want to build with this person. So I don't know where whoever's watching this may draw the line on provision, like what I'm going to do for you. Because I've always, as far as relationships, I've always been an all-in type person. If you can't handle me, that's cool. If I'm too much for you, that's cool. I'm not your person, right? Until somebody can withstand all of what I got to give, then oh well, you just not it. You just don't fit the bill. You're not cut for it, and that's cool. Like we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue, and as I have until I can find someone who, not so to say match my energy, but they match my drive, they match my ambition, they match my willingness. And those things, like really all you need. Like we're gonna just keep on growing.
Yeah, man. I mean, facts. I understand where they coming from. I do. Maybe the way they saying is a little bit off, but I understand that one is a way that you can convey things, and two, like one of the rappers I used to listen to, he used to say this a few times in his raps. Benny the Butcher, he said sometimes you got to talk to niggas in a language that they understand. And I understand we live in a new generation. If they can absorb it the correct way, then kudos to you. If you don't, then I mean you wilding. Because I've lived by what he was saying, and I've always lived by it. And it always weaned out certain women out of my life. So I understand what he's saying, but the way you're going about it, it's not my cup of tea. But if y'all can absorb it a certain way, then
Drizzle
kudos
drizzle.
to y'all, man. That's the young kids now, man. Like them young people say. So hey,
Absorb the
so I
drizzle.
got on it, man. But I don't think it's going nowhere, man. Once a trend comes, a trend is coming. So, but
No Diddy.